Did you know that the egg in my channel icon is actually the chicken egg from 2005's Resident Evil 4? Yup, I am a big fan of Resident Evil. As a matter of fact, I grew up with the originals. My parents were fans of the franchise, especially my father. However, I was a kid back then, and I was a scaredy cat, so I never played these games. Instead, I watched my parents play them while I sat back and watched the stories unfold. Resident Evil 4 and 1996 Resident Evil were two of the Resident Evils that my parents completed for me. However, when it came to Code Veronica, Dead Aim, and Resident Evil 3, I never get to see their stories finish, and more unfortunately, I don't have them anymore. As for Resident Evil 2, however, well, I never heard of it. But out of all the Resident Evil games, RE4 will always be my number one favorite. Seriously, as a kid, I would ask my parents to play this game over and over again. Back then, my favorite form of entertainment was when I asked my parents to replay RE4 while I laid down on bed and watched Leon do sick moves and spit corny one-liners.
I've sent my right hand to dispose of you.
Your right hand comes off?
What a way to keep a child entertained. That must have been exhausting for my parents. It has been years since I touched this game, but now that I'm more tolerant with horror, it's now my turn to fully experience RE4 myself. And so far, it's still a phenomenal game despite its limiting controls. This game will never make you bored. It always brings something to the table, while in some cases too much. When I heard that this game is getting a remake just like 2 and 3, I was very excited. News articles were everywhere and angry tweets were flooding my notifications. As we are getting closer to the release date, Capcom decided to drop us a demo and I gotta check it out. It's called the Chainsaw Demo. This video will be about my experience trying out this demo while my very scuffed gameplay footage plays in the background. Unlike previous Resident Evil Remake demos, this one is free, repeatable, and doesn't have a limited time. This demo wants you to get immersed with its photorealistic environments and getting familiar with its mechanics. Speaking of mechanics, Leon now feels more leveled up compared to his rookie days from RE2 Remake. He can now do a lot of advanced moves such as stealth and parrying enemy attacks. This makes a lot of sense since he's been training for 6 years under the US government after the Raccoon City incident. It's like if RE2 Leon can do even more. It's a neat little detail. I also like the fact that he's also matured, like when he spoke Spanish to one of the locals. The meeting with the first Ganado was remarkable. It was more disturbing having him appear behind Leon unexpectedly. It also introduced a new enemy type, which are stronger versions of the villagers if you don't finish them off when they're laying down. Very reminiscent of the Crimson Head from RE1 Remake. It's more scary this time without having to be an HD carbon copy, but it's still a similar experience if you play the original.
Margin like this.
Busco a un policía. ¿Vino aquí?
This is not good.
Hey!
¡Contesta! ¡Necesito apoyo!
I read you.
¿Quién soy?
What's your situation? What the hell's going on? What was that? No fucking way. It just keeps getting worse. Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
The President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up. Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later. I'll let myself out.
The path to the iconic village was quickly paced, and there were a lot of returning obstacles and references that were brought from the original, such as killable crows that drop resources, bear traps, and the ganado hiding behind a small shed near the village entrance. Unfortunately, not everything is here. The dog is still dead, I'm praying that Huey is still alive in another section, and the trip mines aren't here either. And this unfortunate lady as well. But these are just small nitpicky things because who knows, they might be located somewhere else since the story has been heavily altered.
¡El forastero! ¡Mierda! ¡Mi cuerpo!
Entering the village gates is a point of no return. If you compare the OG village map to the remake, you can see that their shapes are almost identical. However, the remake has more shortcuts and an extra building that requires the help of Ashley to be unlocked. The binoculars are back again and are in the same area. In the original, by the time the player enters the village, one of the Spanish police officers has already died at the stake. In the remake, however, we get to watch him burn alive. This scene really sets the uncomfortable tone that the remake is going for. According to one of the developers, when looking back at the game, one of the things they wanted to improve on was player choice when it comes to combating enemies. This is where stealth likely came from. Leon can now do stealth kills and kill enemies from behind without making a scene. I find this mechanic to be a neat addition. Once I entered the main village, I immediately wanted to try out this mechanic, and so I proceeded to do it on this lady that's always right behind this house. And man, this reminds me so much when I played Days Gone. Also, really great zombie game. Unlike the original, being stealthy here works. I even discovered a locked drawer on one of the houses without the villager seeing me.
¿Dónde estás? Cargarme.
Here we go.
¡Ahí va eso! ¡No puedo caminar! ¡Cuidado! ¡Te vamos a romper en pedazos! ¡Te voy a matar! ¡Tras de ti, imbécil! ¡Detrás de ti, imbécil!
Ah, you gotta be kidding me.
Meeting Dr. Salvador is the highlight of this demo. No wonder why it's called the Chainsaw Demo. When entering the big house, the remake plays a similar cutscene just like the one from the original. They even have the ganados destroy a window with a ladder. Pushable furniture is still in the game, and the shotgun and grenade are still in the exact same place. Wonderful stuff. Dr. Salvador's new alliteration looks more menacing and has more lore, it seems. There was some speculation as to why he wears a potato sack on his head, and apparently his plagas exploded too early, and since the parasites are sensitive to sunlight, the villagers have to cover his head with a sack. Just look at those bulging eyes. Just gorgeous. Is it just me, or are the ganados more resistant to my shotgun? The villagers in the remake feel more strong and tanky. It might be the realism of this game working its magic. Getting chased by the ganados was a fun and intense experience. Each ganado was doing their own thing, like throwing axes and stabbing you with a pitchfork. There are even ganados carrying shovels, and I guess that's new. Even the ones that don't carry anything are, if not more dangerous than the ones wielding a weapon, now that they can stun your movement so that Dr. Salvador can reach you. By the way, Dr. Salvador can accidentally damage the locals around him. The AI of these villagers and their cooperative nature feels so unreal. After playing this short demo, I knew that I need this game. There is still more to this demo that I haven't covered. Heck, I didn't even mention the interactable environments, how that can be turned against me. But overall, I'm so excited about what the remake has in store for newcomers and the OG fans. Now, all I have to do is sit back and I guess play bingo until the game comes out.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?